Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Without Limits, the place where your dreams of speaking fluent English become reality, one step at a time. Today's topic is listening comprehension. And let me tell you, it's not just a skill. It's the bridge between you and fluent English. Whether you're trying to understand a movie, follow a podcast, or just chat with someone in English, good listening is your key to success. But here's the truth. Listening is not passive. It's an active skill, and it takes time, focus, and the right techniques to improve it. And guess what? You can do it. Yes, you, no matter where you're starting from. So grab a notebook, find a quiet spot, and get ready to take your English to the next level. Let's begin by asking the big question. Why is listening to English so hard? Even if you can read and write well, you might struggle to understand native speakers. Why? First, native speakers talk fast. They blend words together. For example, "What are you doing?" becomes "What you doin'?" They use idioms, slang, and sometimes even change grammar when they speak casually. So even if you've studied grammar books, real-life English sounds very different. Second, there are many accents. British English, American English, Australian English. They all sound different. Even within one country, people speak differently depending on their region. This variety can confuse even advanced learners. Third, our brains need time to adjust to new sounds. When you learned your first language, it took years. So don't expect to understand everything in English overnight. It's normal to feel lost at first. But with practice, it gets better. Much better. Here's something important to remember. Listening is not just hearing. It's understanding. And understanding takes time. You have to train your ears, your brain, and your focus. But trust me, every minute you spend practicing makes a difference. Now that we know the problem, let's talk about the solution. And it starts with something called active listening. So, what is active listening? Active listening means you are fully focused. You're not just letting the words go in one ear and out the other. You're paying attention to the words, the tone, the speed, the emotion, everything. You're not multitasking. You're not cooking, texting, or checking Instagram. You're 100% with the English. Let me give you an example. You listen to a short podcast. First, you just listen. Then, you listen again. But this time, you pause after each sentence and repeat it out loud. Now, you're practicing pronunciation and rhythm. Then, you write down what you hear. This builds your spelling and grammar skills too. Finally, you read the transcript, if there is one, and compare it with your notes. This is active listening in action. The more senses you use, the more your brain remembers. Seeing the words, hearing them, speaking them, writing them, it all connects. It's like going to the gym for your ears. So from now on, don't just listen. Listen actively. Be present, be curious. Ask yourself, what does this sentence mean? Why did they say it that way? Can I repeat that line myself? This is how you grow, one sentence at a time. Now that you're ready to become an active listener, let's talk about your tools. Because just like a chef needs good ingredients, an English learner needs the right materials. Not all listening practice is the same. Some materials are too hard. Some are too boring. Some just aren't helpful for your level. So, where should you start? If you're a beginner, go for children's shows like Peppa Pig or Dora the Explorer, slow English podcasts or YouTube channels for learners, audiobooks with simple vocabulary and clear narration. If you're intermediate, try TV shows with subtitles like Friends or The Office. YouTube vloggers who speak clearly, like travel or lifestyle creators. English learning podcasts that focus on real conversation. If you're advanced, challenge yourself. TED Talks, great for learning about interesting topics. News programs like BBC or NPR. Native English YouTubers without subtitles try to catch the meaning through context. Here's a golden tip. Use content that interests you. Do you like cooking? Watch cooking shows in English? Love history? Listen to history podcasts. When you enjoy the content, your brain stays focused longer and learning becomes fun. And one more thing, always try to use materials with subtitles or transcripts. This allows you to listen, read, and check your understanding. If the video or podcast doesn't have subtitles, try writing your own. This is a powerful exercise. Remember, you don't need to understand everything. Even if you only understand 50%, that's a win. Because next time, you'll understand 55%, then 60%, then 70%, step by step. Let's move on to one of the most powerful techniques to improve listening and speaking at the same time. It's called shadowing. What is shadowing? Shadowing means you listen to a sentence and then immediately repeat it, like an echo. You try to copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and emotion exactly like the speaker. You become their shadow. Here's how to do it. Choose a short audio clip. Start with 10 to 20 seconds. TED Talks or news clips are great. Play the sentence. Listen carefully. Don't pause. Just follow along. Repeat immediately after. Don't worry if you make mistakes. The goal is fluency and flow, not perfection. Do it again and again. Each time, you'll get a little better. At first, it might feel difficult. You'll stumble over words. You'll speak too fast or too slow. That's normal. But after just a few sessions, you'll notice something incredible. Your mouth will move more easily. Your pronunciation will improve. And you'll start to understand spoken English better. Why does this happen? Because your brain is building a strong connection between hearing and speaking. You're not just learning words. You're feeling the language. You're training your ears and your muscles. Shadowing is like dancing with the language. And the more you dance, the more natural it becomes. Try shadowing every day for 10 minutes. It will change your English in ways you never imagined. Next, let's talk about a classic and powerful technique, dictation. What is dictation? It's very simple. You listen to an audio clip in English, and you try to write down exactly what you hear. Now, you may ask, why should I do that? Because dictation forces you to listen carefully. You train your ears to notice every little detail, every S at the end of a word, every T that disappears in fast speech, every contraction like gonna, wanna, or gotta. Here's how to do it. Choose a short audio clip. Start with just 10 to 15 seconds. YouTube, podcasts, or audiobooks are perfect. Play it once. Try to catch the general meaning. Play it again and write. Pause after each sentence or phrase. Write down what you hear. Check your answer. Use the subtitles or transcript to compare. Repeat until perfect. Listen again with the text and repeat the sentence out loud. Dictation improves. Listening accuracy. Spelling, grammar, vocabulary, speaking clarity. It's like going to the gym, but for your ears and brain. You can even make it fun. Challenge yourself. How many words can I get right this time? Do this 3 or 4 times a week, and you'll be amazed at the results. You'll start noticing grammar naturally. You'll recognize words you used to miss. And best of all, your confidence will grow. Let's face it, subtitles are a lifesaver. They help us understand what's going on, especially when the speaker talks fast. But here's the secret. If you use subtitles the wrong way, they can hurt your listening. You'll start reading instead of listening. Your eyes do the work, and your ears stop learning. So how do you use subtitles wisely? Try this 3-step method. Step 1. Watch without subtitles. Just try. Even if you only understand 30%, that's okay. Train your ears. Let your brain work. Step 2. Watch again with subtitles. Now check your understanding. Oh, that's what he said. Your brain connects the sound with the meaning. Step 3. Watch one more time without subtitles. Now listen again. You'll understand more this time. You're building memory. You're building real listening power. Bonus tip: use English subtitles, not your native language. Why? Because translating in your head slows you down. You want to think in English, not keep jumping between languages. If you do this regularly, your ears will get stronger. Soon, you won't need subtitles at all. Now, let me share a powerful idea from the world of productivity. The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. What does it mean? It means that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your effort. In English listening, that means there are certain words, phrases, and patterns that appear again and again. If you focus on those 20% most common patterns, you'll understand 80% of what you hear. Here's what you can do. Focus on high-frequency words. Words like get, go, have, make, take, want, need. These show up everywhere. Learn how they're used in real conversations. Study real-life expressions like, what's up? I'm good. No way. You've got to be kidding. These are the phrases that make English sound natural. Notice patterns. For example, I am going to, you want to. These shortcuts are used all the time in movies, songs, and daily life. Instead of studying 1,000 new words, study the top 100 most used ones really well. Instead of watching 100 different videos, watch 5 good ones, again and again, and understand them deeply. Be smart. Be focused. Use the 80-20 rule and your progress will skyrocket. Now, you might be thinking, all this sounds great, but how do I fit it into my day? Don't worry. I've got you covered. Let me give you a simple daily plan to improve your listening in just 30 minutes a day. Morning, 10 minutes. Listen to an English podcast or YouTube video while you get ready. Even passively, your brain is absorbing the sounds. Afternoon, 10 minutes. Do shadowing or dictation with a short audio clip. This trains your listening and speaking together. Evening, 10 minutes. Watch part of a movie or TV show. First without subtitles, then without again. That's it? Just 30 minutes. But if you do this every day, you'll start to notice real change in just a few weeks. And if you have more time, great. Add 10 more minutes for reviewing vocabulary, or replay the same video tomorrow to deepen your understanding. The key is consistency. Even 10 minutes a day is better than nothing. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. You're building a habit. You're creating a new version of yourself, a version that understands English clearly and confidently. Let me tell you something important, my friend. You are doing something amazing. You're learning a new language. That takes courage. It takes patience. It takes heart. There will be days when it feels hard, days when you don't understand anything, days when you feel like giving up. But here's what I want you to remember. Every time you listen, every time you try again, every time you repeat that sentence, even when it's difficult, you're getting better. You're growing. You're one step closer to your goal. Imagine the moment when you understand a movie without subtitles, when you talk to a native speaker and they understand you clearly, when you feel proud of how far you've come. That moment is coming, so keep going. You've got this. And I'm here with you, cheering you on, because you are not just learning English. You're building a new life. One word, one sentence, one day at a time. Let's talk about something that many learners overlook. The difference between active and passive listening. You see, not all listening is equal. Sometimes you're just hearing sounds. That's passive listening. Other times, you're fully focused, trying to catch every word. That's active listening. Both are useful, but they serve different purposes. Passive listening is great for getting used to the rhythm and melody of English, letting your brain soak in the language listening during daily tasks like walking, cooking, or commuting. Examples: playing English music in the background, watching TV while folding laundry, listening to a podcast while driving. It's low pressure, easy, helpful. But here's the truth. Passive listening alone is not enough. If you only listen passively, your brain becomes lazy. You hear English, but you don't really learn from it. That's why we also need active listening. Active listening means you focus on every sound. You pause, rewind, and repeat. You ask, what did they say? Why did they say it? How can I say it too? It's hard work, but it's powerful. Here's how to do active listening effectively. Choose a short clip, 1 to 2 minutes. Listen once without subtitles. Listen again and write what you hear. Dictation. Check with subtitles or transcript. Repeat key phrases out loud. Shadowing. Note down any new expressions or slang. This turns one short clip into a full learning session. So here's the best strategy. Combine both. Start your day with passive listening. Let English be your background music. Then set aside time for active listening when you're fully focused. This way, you're always surrounding yourself with English, but also giving your brain the focused training it needs to improve. You'll build both intuition and skill. You'll develop both comfort and accuracy. That's the power of balancing active and passive listening. Here's something many learners don't realize. Improving your listening also improves your pronunciation. Think about it. If you can't hear a sound correctly, how can you say it correctly? Native English speakers often link words together. They drop sounds. They speak fast, like, did you eat yet? Becomes, jeet yet? I'm going to becomes, I'm gonna. Let me see it becomes, let me see it. If you train your ears to hear these patterns, you can start to use them too. This makes your English sound more natural, more like a real conversation, not like a textbook. Here's how to connect listening and speaking practice. Listen and repeat. Hear a sentence, pause, and try to say it exactly the same. Record yourself. Use your phone to record your voice. Compare it to the native speaker. Mimic the music. Pay attention to tone, rhythm, and emotion, not just words. Practice with songs or movie scenes. These are great for learning real pronunciation. When you improve your listening, your speaking becomes clearer. Your accent improves. Your confidence grows. So don't separate listening from speaking. They are partners. Train them together, and you'll progress faster. Here's a fun way to keep learning exciting. Turn listening into a game. Try the No Subtitles challenge. Repeat one sentence 10 times. Track 3 to 5 new words daily. Or do a speed boost drill. 0.75x, 1x, 1.25x. These fun challenges keep you motivated and make English practice feel fresh, like training for a sport or music.